Hey guys, good morning and cheers. Usually I am not here with you this early in the morning. So for those of you that are early birds and you are starting the day off with me, I just want you to say hello. Maybe put early bird, you're here. But I'm going to be painting something really cool. So let's take a sip of coffee because we need it. I'm still in the waking up stage. And I wanted to share with you my new journal. Good morning, Annie. Hey, Jamie. I wanted to share with you my new journal, and this is basically being used for all of my new designs this year. So I had to get really, really careful because I get really excited when I have a new journal and I want to just start doing every single thing possible. So I went ahead and started drawing the design that I'm going to be creating in front of y'all today. So I hope that it turns out great. Again, all of y'all that are watching that are in oh, not early bird, Glenda says, I know I'm usually not ever doing lives before 10 a.m. Before 11 a.m. usually. So this is new to me doing this early of a live. So, but I missed y'all. I tried to take some time off with my family and I was just like chomping at the bit. I wanted to do this live last night so bad. And I was like, nope, I made a commitment. And so I am here today to do this live with you. And I'm really, really excited. So good morning. And then go ahead if you want to learn about pricing. You're going to get an entire checklist on how to price things if you're in this, doing this as a business, and also a video on pricing from me for free. All you have to do is type gift in the comments, and then I will, our team will go back and help give you that link for that gift. Okay, so I came up with a Mardi Gras design. Now, who in here loves Mardi Gras? Loves Mardi Gras. Okay, so there are some really, really beautiful artwork about Mardi Gras. One of my very dear friends is from that area, from New Orleans, and she's close to New Orleans, and she loves all of this stuff. And I remember I did a Mardi Gras paint party years ago, and she brought one of the Mardi Gras cakes, one of the cakes that has the baby in it. And so I thought that was kind of the coolest thing. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try to answer, some of your questions and talk to y'all back and forth. But I really want y'all to be able to see this full painting in progress. Okay. So what I'm doing is my goal is to paint a, let me make sure I have some water. I tried to have everything ready. Y'all know sometimes that is not how I roll, but I really tried. So I did a little bit of white with some black and then just dipped it into water. And then I'm going to go ahead and use some pewter as well. Okay. So I'm going to put some pewter on here as well. And then I'm just going to kind of just get it on there. I just wanted to have kind of a darker background because I have something really cool I'm going to add to this. And for those of y'all that have never watched me paint live before, if you would let me know, because I definitely want to welcome you and just, say hi and let you know who I am. Again, my name is, I don't think I even said it, so not again. Hello. Hello, my name is Heidi, and I teach women how to make money teaching paint parties online, in person, and through art kits. And I also teach people how to teach painting online. So really, really excited about y'all being here and watching me paint today, and hopefully it will inspire you to create this painting as well. So how many of y'all have watched me before? Because I'd love to just say thank you. Oh my gosh, every time y'all make a comment or say hi or do a like, that is so valuable to my business. And so, oh, Jean Roberts, first time watching, welcome. Well, this painting is at the very beginning, but y'all, if you stick with me, you're going to see an entire painting be developed before your eyes, from my chicken scratch drawing over here to what I hope for it to look like here. And then all of y'all that are in Paint Party headquarters, you know the drill. If this turns out cute, which hopefully it will, you can use this to make money in your business. So all of my Paint Party headquarter ladies watching, and gentlemen, we have some gentlemen as well. I just want to say, we hope for the best. We hope that it that it turns out good. so then y'all can make some money for it. I know some of y'all watched me create this one and then ended up selling it and making some money from it. So I love whenever my, just some ideas I have in my head and then kind of come forward to you, end up helping you and your family out. So that's what I'm all about, is you learning how to do this kind of stuff and then making some money for your family. That makes me so, so happy. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of white into here. I'm going to just, I don't know if that white's going to work. Let me see. I'm going to use this thinner white just because I want it to be a little bit lighter. So if you get something too dark, hey, Cricket from Louisiana. Oh, you're going to like this painting then. I'm going to try to do justice for you, okay? I'm going to try to do some justice for all the Louisiana folks, because I really want this to look something that you would go, oh my gosh, that looks cute, or something that you would like. Kind of like when you're painting something for Texas or something like that, you want to be a good representation, even if you aren't from there. So I hope and pray that this turns out to where y'all can give me some grace, but it'll also turn out something cute so that you'll like it. Okay, so when you're doing this as a paint party or you're just painting at home, I always just go ahead and do the edges while I have my brush all messy, all of that stuff. Just go ahead and get the edges done. That way it's a lot easier than after you've already done a ton of work. And then you're like, dang it, I forgot the edges. Now, sometimes I'll do different color edges, or I'll do black and white stripe or something like that. But if you're not really sure what you're going to do on your edge, you can just do that. Okay. All right, I'm going to hit it with a blow dryer for just a second because I have something I want to add in here. Hey, Michelle. Oh, we got two Michelles back to back. Oh, thank you so much, Jan. Yeah, and I love that y'all converse with each other, especially when I'm doing this. So hold your ears if you have it turned up loud. Oh, thank you, Trisha. Oh, we got stuff flowing everywhere. Going everywhere. Let's take a drink of coffee. Y'all, I'm out of coffee. This is not good. Oh, thank you. Yeah, go ahead and type yes. Okay, so again, I really ask for your grace because I'm going to try something new. Those of y'all that are typing gift, you're going to get a free gift from us all about pricing, how to price paint parties, art kits, and custom orders. So for those of you that are interested, maybe you're like, I'm new to this. I have no idea. But again, like when you start learning, especially those of you that are learning through Paint Party Headquarters, you start to realize like, I'm teaching you beginner paintings, even though it might seem a little scary at first. When you get going, it's like, oh my gosh, I can really do this. And then once you can do that, and then you can start teaching it, you can make some extra money. So it's kind of cool. So even if you're like, I'm not really sure about that yet, go ahead and do this just so you can start to learn and start to see the potential. Okay, so for those of y'all that are just joining, I'm asking for grace because I am doing a Mardi Gras. And I'm about to get a little experimental here because I want to, I kind of drew out my design, which I'm not going to show you that part yet, but I really want to get something kind of cool on here. So, okay, I'm excited. I get really excited when I'm creating something new. Do y'all get like that? I get really excited when I'm creating something new, like kind of like a nervous and excited. So I'm going to be using, let me move this back here. I want to be able to see my drawing. I'm going to be using some yellow. Let's see. I'm trying to use some kind of basic colors. So if it does turn out good, Paint Party Headquarters doesn't have to look all over for random colors. A little bit of Tuscan red. And then I'm going to do some white with this because I want this to be more of a pink. And then I'm going to try a little vivid violet. Okay. Everybody still with me? Good morning, Karen from Quebec. Am I saying that right? Quebec? I hope I said that right. Okay. All right. So give me a little grace as I am trying something new here. Okay. So, and you'll see here, hopefully in a minute, what I'm trying. Okay. So just a little bit of red and white. And then I'm going to put some yellow in here. Anybody guess what I'm trying to do? Can anybody guess yet what I'm trying to do? Good morning, Kathy. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Joan. Hey, Chrissy. Hey, Michelle. Can anybody guess what I'm trying to do? And if y'all have never seen me before, a lot of times I paint sideways. I'll paint upside down. I'll paint all different ways. So this technically isn't a vertical painting. It's actually being pointed to you so you can see it a little better. So hopefully it'll help. Hey, Tammy. I was City Scene. Good guess. We're doing Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras. So hopefully that'll help a little bit. And then now what I'm going to do, y'all, I'm going to take a little bit of that just because I like it. Now what I'm going to do, y'all, is I'm going to take a baby wipe. And this is a trick that I learned way back when I was doing my surfboard business, is I would make a lot of mistakes. And so when I would make the mistakes, I would take a baby wipe or a wet paper towel. And actually, I would use a wet paper towel. It was before I even discovered the power of baby wipes in art. And so I'd take a wet paper towel, and then I would just wipe off everything I did. And then I started realizing sometimes it would make this really cool effect. So a lot of times it's just about playing with the paint. So you're going to get a little bit of a different effect than I'm getting right now, depending on how much paint you put on there. But the fun part is it kind of gives this swoop of colors. And then you'll see why this swoop of colors is important here in just a minute. And then I'm kind of liking how that's bringing off some of the paint. So I'm just, kind of messing around, really just playing around with it. So, oh, and then I have a really big hair in there. So try to get the hair out unless you want to just use it for texture. Okay. So your baby wipe should look like this. And then you have kind of this randomness going on. Okay. So now I'm going to go back in with just a little bit more of the yellow. Okay. And then a little bit just dabbing. See how I'm dabbing it? Okay, and then the hair came back in, of course. Does not want to leave. That's a darker hair. That must be before I had dyed it. A little bit more, a little bit of the darker hair showing up. Okay, so there we go. All right, so now what I want to do is I'm going to add, hopefully, what's going to be my Mardi Gras tree. So this is a little bit of texture, and you'll see why I put that right here in just a minute. And then again, those of y'all that are just joining, go ahead and type this in if you want a full video and a full pricing sheet on how I price everything from paint parties, art kits, and custom orders. So you'll get a video on that as well as a pricing sheet that just breaks it all down. Okay. All right. So we have some brown here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the structure of my tree. So like I told y'all before, we're doing a Mardi Gras painting. We're doing a Mardi Gras painting. And so we are getting the structure of the tree. Oh, good. Can y'all hear me? hopefully. Let me know if you can hear me. I have a couple of people said they couldn't. I want to make sure. Man, I need to clean out my art studio and my paints because this is not opening. Maybe this one will. There we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the tree, okay, because I want to make this really cool Mardi Gras tree. So I'm going to turn this to the side so I can see it a little bit. Oh, good. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Becky. Oh, good. Okay, so here it is right here. Now I'm going to just start bringing in with a 1-inch brush and some black paint. And I kind of sketched on my book I told y'all about. I kind of sketched out an idea. I have actually two Mardi Gras paintings, so I might do the other one later this week. So I wanted to see how this one was my favorite, so I wanted to see how this one was going to turn out first. So I'm just kind of getting the basic of where I want this to go. So I'm using some black, and then a second I'm going to use some brown. And then I just want to kind of get the potential of where this is going to be. Okay, so I'm just bringing this up. And remember with the tree, the great thing about trees is they're all different, right? So you can, the main thing is just keeping the base bigger and then making the branches go bigger to smaller. Okay, and this is where you can have some fun and just really experiment and start to learn how you want to do your trees. And then from that, I kind of just bring branches off. And then every time you can see, I just kind of, if I do a little branch, I just make this part a little bit bigger. Okay, and I'm using a 1-inch brush. I could go in with a smaller detailed brush too. Okay, so now that I kind of have it like that, I'll turn it sideways so y'all can see it better. So I have this going here. I have another branch I want to come up here. I'll make this a little bigger. Y'all can tell when I'm concentrating because I get quiet. I don't get quiet often, do I? Okay, and then I want to make sure I have enough kind of randomness happening in the branches here. So I'm just basically taking this and for the person who is like a self-proclaimed perfectionist, this part could be a little bit of a struggle for you. So for those of you, my perfectionists out there, I just want to say, take a deep breath. It's okay. For those of y'all that feel like you're the perfectionist out there, in this part, you just want to just kind of wing it. You don't want it to be perfect because, again, if you go outside in nature and you look at trees, you're going to see that it's not like that, right? It's not all perfect. It's all, kind of all over the place. So I'm just going to kind of bring this up, and that way I can put some more branches on it. And then this could kind of go in. See how that kind of goes up like that? I was watching, I'm kind of obsessed with trees, and I'm more and more been obsessed with painting trees. And I was watching, I think it was on HGTV yesterday. It was a recording, and I love that show with, is it David Bromstead? I think he does the Mia says perfectionist here. Mia, let all your perfectionists go away. Anyway, he does the lottery dream home, and I love watching anything to do with house stuff, like house hunters, with the beach, the Caribbean life, like all that stuff. I just love so much. And so he does one with lottery dream home winners, and he decorated, I don't know if y'all saw this, but he decorated a house for Christmas, and he basically made it like a magical wonderland, and he had all of these different trees. And I would have never, ever thought to decorate the way he did those trees. It was so, so creative. Okay, so we have this here, but now if you've been to Louisiana, or if you're from Louisiana, you know that there are some things on the trees, right? Those weeping I can't remember the name of them. Oh my gosh. I wish I would have, yeah, Terry loves all those shows too. I know they are so addicting, right? You're like, I'll just watch one more. And then when you're watching them on DVR, it's like, I gotta watch more than one more. Like I just have to keep watching them. Okay, so what I did here is I just kind of have the basis, and I'm just going to bring in some of the dark, and then I'm also going to bring in some green. So I went back to just a cheap chip brush, okay? Yeah, Trisha, he is so creative. Did y'all see the one where he decorated all those trees? Oh, the Spanish moss. Yes, Spanish moss. So I'm about to get some different shades of green here, and then I'm going to just kind of go crazy with some of the Spanish moss, because I want to obviously give it, I know this isn't a realistic, and again, thank you all for your grace, because I don't paint realistic. Yes, cypress tree, Francine. Yeah, the cypress trees and the Spanish moss, that kind of feel. I don't obviously paint realistic. I mean, I have in the past, but it's not my strong suit. It's not where I love to paint. So I am going to be adding this to here, but I want y'all to give me a little grace as I paint this, because this will be my first time trying this. Anybody else, when you're trying something new? Oh, that's awesome. Stephanie says, I've been decorating for Valentine's Day since December 27th. I have been obsessed with the little trees. Oh, how cute. I know. It makes me want to do something with the trees that I could do with Valentine's, or, I mean, obviously Mardi Gras. So I used a little bit of metallic green, metallic festive green, and I'm just going to dab it with the black for this bottom part, so it kind of gives it a darker look, okay? I don't want to cover up everything. And for those of y'all that, this painting will be basically all freehand, like the Old Holy Night. But for those of y'all that are nervous about the freehand, remember, there's different ways like this in Paint Pretty headquarters. This is available to y'all. If you're watching and you're in Paint Pretty headquarters, remember in our albums under the SVG, if you don't have a Cricut or a silhouette, you can do what I'm doing. So I'm literally printing this and just tracing it with my carbon paper. So there's ways you can get around not having to have a cutter. So hopefully that helps some of y'all. Okay. And then because we already have some dark here, I can confidently go right over that and it'll be okay. All right, so now can y'all tell that was kind of like a sunset type thing right there, a little bit right there. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to take that same green. Okay. I'm going to mix it with a little bit of the black, and I just want to dab it over here to make sure I got a good color. And then I'm just going to kind of dab it onto here. I'm telling you guys, these cheap chip brushes come in handy so much. I mean, look at how it kind of gives the look of a Spanish. Sorry, my daughter is very excited down there. I don't know what she's doing. I'm just glad she's up before noon. Anybody else with teenagers? Sometimes you're like, yeah, let's just let them sleep. And other times you're like, get out of bed. It's 12:30. Contribute to society. I've never said that. I'm just kidding. I have. Do some laundry. How about? Okay, so you got some Spanish moss here. And then I could go totally crazy. I could, kind of make it how it kind of weeps down like that too, which I think is kind of cool. I'm gonna add a little bit of that. Oh, thank you, Trisha. And Tiffany says, yes, teenagers. Yeah, if you're just now tuning in, I'm doing a Mardi Gras painting. And if you want to know how to price paint parties, art kits, or custom artwork, type gift and we will reply back with the link for that. Also, in a little bit, we'll have it in the description, so you can go ahead and grab it. Okay, so I'm just bringing this down. Okay, so I want to make sure, because I'm about to add some Mardi Gras funkiness here, some fun stuff. Okay, so we got some little moss here. Okay. All right, so now I'm very excited because now I'm going to, guilty of all those things to my teenager. I know. Sometimes we just lose it as moms, don't we? Those moms that are like, I always keep my cool. I'm like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Yeah, sometimes I lose it and it's not my best look, but I think we all have those moments, right? Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to take back to my 1-inch brush, and y'all know I love some gold, so I'm going to use the glorious gold and just kind of add. So the glorious gold here. And thank y'all, by the way, for watching. I really appreciate y'all. We're about to get into some purples and yellows and greens, of course. But I just wanted to go ahead and just kind of add in a little line here. So I'm just kind of keeping this on the back left. And again, it's just to give it some, I don't know if I want to even add it on that side. I think I'm going to leave it like that for now. Okay, and now what I want to do, Susan says, I raised 3 daughters and I didn't strangle any of them in their teens. Oh, wow, good job. And she's like, LOL. Okay, so here's that. So now what I want to do is I want to add some beads to the tree, and I want to add, guys, please forgive me if I'm saying this wrong, but I believe a heron bird. I think that's what it's called. So I'm going to do my best with freehanding this heron bird, and then I'm going to add some, let me turn it this way for a second so I can just see kind of how I want to place my bird, okay, can y'all see that still? I think you can. And what brand paintbrushes? So these chip brushes are just from Lowe's, Walmart, or Home Depot or Michael's. Just, okay, so I just got paint all over. I got water I drip. So all you have to do is a clean paper towel and dab it, and that's all you have to do, and it fixes it. So no big deal. Yeah, so those chip brushes you can get from Walmart, any of those places, Michael's. And then I'm using some liner brushes that I get from a wholesale. So if you are in Paint Pretty headquarters, you know where to find these. If you don't know, just type the question. We have a bunch of wholesale people that we use inside of Paint Pretty headquarters. Okay, so I'm going to draw a heron right here. And I'm going to be freehanding with a paintbrush with white paint. So again, give me grace in case he turns out kind of weird. I already drew him last night, but I just don't know. Sometimes they. Okay, and if this turns out really cute, those of y'all in Paint Party headquarters, I'll make a tracer of this for you, if that will help. Again, we need to see how it's going to turn out first. In my concentration mode where I'm not talking. Sorry, y'all. It is Monday morning, so sometimes it's good just to have some quietness, huh? Some quietness while we paint. Blue's back there hanging out with us today. Okay, so this one I'm just gonna fill in. Okay, I think now I can paint it where y'all can see it straight that way. Okay, so now I'm just filling it in. Just a simple bird, filling it in, and then I'll add some simple lines for legs, and then something kind of creative for his head. Because we are talking Mardi Gras here. So he just can't be hanging out. Right? He's got to be partying. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of that gold, bringing it over just to get that differentiation of where his feathers are. And then I'm just brushing it down and kind of blending it. Okay? All right, so I'm going to use that same gold. Oh, that's a good idea, Kay. She says, take your brushes and a bar of ivory soap and roll it side to side to a point. Let it dry. Always helps brushes hold their shape. Oh, good. Good idea. Okay, and then I'm going to use a little bit of that gold right here for his beak. So we're kind of staying in that same color scheme. Okay, and then I'm just going to dip my brush in the black. I'm just going to do 2 straight lines. Straight down for him to stand. And then I'm going to add in an eye right here. Okay, now that we have the eye, the bird, all of that good stuff, I'm going to just rinse this a second. Oh, that's awesome. She says, I'm not an artist, Nadine says, but I love trying. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, anybody can be an artist, you know. I think we have to, you know, get over those feelings of like, well, I'm not a fine artist, y'all. It's okay. You know, if you're having fun, that's all that matters. If you're creating and having fun, and then for those of y'all that want to take it to the next level and you want to learn how to actually, you know, make money doing this, which is, you know, it doesn't mean you have to be a fine artist to make money creating. That's so untrue. That starving artist mentality. Oh, so over it. I used to be that person. That's why I can say that. But yeah, so over it. So I want you to know there's many endless opportunities for you out there. So if you're a person who's a crafter, or you're just like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun, I'm having fun with this, start practicing, you know, start watching videos of people you like, you know, whether that's me or somebody else, and then start learning. And then from learning, and guys, I'm just making a crown if you hadn't guessed yet. From learning, you're going to get better and better. You know, art's one of those things that you can just keep getting better at, you know, and that's the cool part about art. Okay, so this is basically like making a heart. See how it's a heart design basically? And then once you have the heart design in the middle, just bring you a big circle right here. And then you're going to bring right here another big circle, and then it's going to go down. Almost like a light bulb shape. And then you're going to do another little dot right here. Okay, so then I'm going to spruce that up here in just a second with a few little add-ins. Okay, so while we're letting that dry before I spruce it up, let's put some beads on this tree. How about that? So I'm going to be using the classic purple and green and yellow Mardi Gras colors for these beads on this tree. So you can see the reason why I had a lot of the darker colors is because I really wanted these bright greens, purples, and yellows to really take the show, right? Because I want them to be able to show off what's going on. So you're going to see how this painting that's kind of got some like darker tones to it, it's really going to be able to pop here with these three colors. And so the colors I'm using is a festive green, purple rain, and a primary yellow. So really, as long as you get close to this shade, these shades, like when you look at them, you know that they're Mardi Gras, and that's what you want to go for. And again, those of you that are just joining, make sure you type gift if you would like to know, get a free gift on how to price paint parties, art kits, and custom orders. So make sure you type gift to get that, and then just double check your spam. Sometimes it'll come through email and you have to accept it and things like that. So just make sure you're doing that. Okay, so all I'm doing is the back of my brush. I'm grabbing it. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Stephanie, definitely. I'm grabbing it and I'm just kind of placing it because I want this to go over the tree. So I might go a little bigger. So if you need a bigger, just use the back of a different one. I'm going to go a little bigger, and I'm just going to make these beads a little bigger. And I'm skipping spots so that I can put the yellow and the green. So you can do the combination of all three. You can do the combination of just a couple of them. But the key is to just have fun with it and make one side longer than the other. Yeah, definitely want these bigger beads. Okay, so now we have that. So I'm going to wipe that off. And now we're going to go to green. And we're going to go right this side. I'm actually going to have to keep it flat because I'm making the paint really thick, so it'll show up. So see how that one wraps around a tree? We need to make sure. Oh, Leslie Stewart Day. I'm glad you caught me live too. Welcome. Yeah, usually, do y'all like me painting in the mornings better than night? Let me know if you like night or mornings better. I usually do not go live in the mornings too often. So I'm curious to know what y'all like better. Do you like watching something in the morning or at night? That would be awesome to know. Okay, so there's one. Okay, so now I'm going to wipe this off and I'm going to start with yellow. Okay, so now I'm going to have another string. I'm going to go right here. I'm just going to every other. Late morning, night, mornings, night. Oh my gosh. So is it like 50-50? Yeah, and I know some of y'all are watching this live. So if you're watching it live, let me know you're watching it live or replay. I listen in the morning, rewatch, and paint at night. Oh, that's a good idea, Rhonda. Prefer morning, late, evenings, good morning. Karen says night. I have grandkids to tend to. Oh, thank you. Nights because I work at my store in the mornings. Oh my gosh, it's definitely a mix, huh? It's a big mix for sure. Well, I guess that's good then, because then I can kind of mix it up as well. So maybe I'll start adding some mornings instead of always doing night. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to add some green in here too. So we're going to have all 3 colors on this one. So this is the main thing with doing your beads is really just making sure you're sticking to, especially if you have a background like mine where, you know, it doesn't have a lot of Mardi Gras. It's hopefully doing a decent job of representing what I was trying to get across with Louisiana. But if it doesn't have a lot of the Mardi Gras stuff, make sure when you do the beads that you really do a good job of doing the colors of Mardi Gras. So I'm going in here. I'm adding another set right here of the beads. And again, these are just hanging in the trees. And we want to look like it's wrapping over the tree. Okay, and then I'm going to take purple and do every other so I can add that yellow in over here because I want to tie the yellow in to this side as well. This is a really fun painting, by the way, for those of y'all that are thinking about doing it. And remember, as a member of Paint Party Headquarters, you have rights to use this design to make money. So I just ask if you're not in Paint Party Headquarters, I don't mind if you paint it, just don't use it to make money unless you're inside of Paint Party Headquarters, if that makes sense. Yeah, definitely. So we're going to put some beads. Great idea. I had that on my drawing too. Some beads on this heron over here. He needs to have some fun too over here. So we're going to have okay, we got the purple on. Now we're going to go to the yellow. I'm going to try to do every color right in a row on this one. So I'm lessening up just a little on that so I can try to get all the colors on this guy over here. And then I'm going to add a little bit to his crown too to make it more Mardi Gras. Okay, so now the heron's decked out. Thanks, Christy. Do y'all like this painting, by the way? And then we have the heron decked out. I'm going to go back to my brush here. And I'm actually going to make a little bit of an adjustment to some of these colors in here. So I feel like it needs a little bit more of the Mardi Gras color scheme. Okay, let me add a little bit of the yellow. Let's make sure I just using a liner brush. Okay, and now I can outline this in black and have it kind of pop a little bit. So I'm just going to take this, dip it into the liner brush. And then we're about to add on our Mardi Gras words here too. And I have one other idea I want to add too. Sometimes when you do a painting, it's like, oh, do you want to risk it and try something new? But again, y'all, it's just paint. If it doesn't turn out exactly how you're hopeful, you can always just change it up later or paint right over it. Okay, so another little thing I wanted to try was I wanted to take a little bit of this like purple and greens and just kind of have almost like little swirlies going down. So I'm just going to take little hints of it, and I wanted to have almost that party feel. You know, sometimes when you throw a party and you go to the dollar store and you buy those little things that are hanging, I want to have just kind of have it have that feel. Yeah, so don't, you know, so if you just take it and you just kind of, I'm going to throw some maybe up in here. Just a little bit in here. And then you could technically get really crazy, and you could put beads all over this thing. Okay, you could go really, really crazy, put tons of beads, and I think it would look so, so fun. But I'm just going to kind of add in some of these with yellows, greens, and purples sticking to this scene, and just making it look like it's a party. So you could go real crazy and add a ton of stuff like that. Oh, that's a good idea. Like a few on the ground. That's a great idea. Let me add that. Who was that? Kay. Great idea. That's why I love y'all, because y'all can see things, especially when I'm painting sideways. A lot of times it's hard to see. I'm going to put the Mardi Gras right there. So let me go ahead and add a few beads maybe right over here. Let me use my big brush. And then I'm just going to have like, and because they're laying on the ground, we don't want to make them a complete circle, right? Because we want them to look like they're flat. Okay, and then we'll go to yellow. That's the beauty of when you're painting flat. You can really put a lot of paint, and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry too much about it like flying off. So you can see like that's pretty thick on there. So if I have it like this, it will definitely fly off. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to take the Mardi Gras, and I want to go ahead and put it right here. So like I told y'all before, I'm doing a shortcut way. So those of you that are in Paint Party headquarters, we have so many SVGs for you that are like this. And you can literally do what I'm doing and print it and then use carbon paper, or you can make a stencil from it. So I'm just doing the easy way, because this is a very easy way to do this. I just printed it, and then I'm going to use some carbon paper, and then I'm just going to lay it down. I might have to cut my carbon paper on this one. And I did the same thing. If you watched me a few weeks back on Old Holy Night, I did the same technique. I just used a different color carbon paper because the background was so, hold on, my time-lapse camera is falling. Sorry about that. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so now, and thank you all of those that are sharing. I appreciate y'all so much. Okay, so I'm going to put Mardi Gras right here. And then I just need to take like a pencil or something just to give the step. I want to make sure it's right. Okay, so I'm just going to push it down. I'm I'm going to paint over this, so I don't really care too much if I'm kind of chicken scratch right now. This is one of my favorite sounds in the world. Can y'all hear this? Candace, if you can't buy carbon paper anymore, there is a chalk trick that Pixie taught me, where you can like put chalk on the back of a paper. So you could chalk this whole thing with white chalk, for example, set it down, and then do what I'm doing right here, and then it will show up in chalk. So if you can't get carbon paper, but Amazon sells carbon paper, or even graphite paper. And then you can get it from Michael's. You can get it in Walmart. There's still a ton of places, but if you are in a location where they don't sell it, you can try the chalk idea. Okay, let's see if it worked. Yay, okay. So you can see here how we got it on there. So now, oh, you're welcome, Jamie Lynn. Thank you. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my liner brush and white paint, or I'm going to go with white. I'm going to take my liner brush and white paint, and I'm just going to go right on top of it. So for those of you that are not used to doing this with a brush, you can use like a Posca pen. You know, there's probably a white Posca pen you can get. A white Posca pen, or even a, what was I going to say? Sorry, alarm came through. Or a Sharpie, anything like that, or a paint pen. But I tend to just because I love paintbrushes so much, I tend to like to paint it like this. However, when I do this as a paint party, or I do this as, you know, a kit, a lot of times I'll either send the stencil, or you can send a Posca pen if it's somewhere, because, you know, Posca pens are not cheap. So I usually don't send those in an art kit. Okay, so we're just going to kind of take it. And the key to putting this on here is making sure you keep getting more paint. And another tip is if you twist and pull, then using just the edge of the brush. But again, like you can see how many times I go to get more paint. And after I draw this, then of course I'm going to add some glitter, because what is Mardi Gras without glitter? So glitter will be added, and then we should be close to done. So is there anything y'all can see on your side that I am missing a huge, a huge part? Let me know. Posca, it's Tammy, it's Posca. 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 Posca pen. And they're really, really good. You can get them on Amazon. I think you can get them at Hobby Lobby now, or Michael's. I don't know if Michael's has them. But I also really love the Craft Smart pens from Michael's. They're a little bit cheaper. As long as you are if you're putting it on here, it has to be on dry paint. Okay, so do not, I repeat, do not use any of your Sharpies, Posca pens, any of that, your craft pens, any of that on wet paint, or it will not work. Okay, you have to make sure. Okay, so let me just see. I need to take a little look back. Okay, so now we need some glitter. Let me hit this with a little bit of a blow dryer. Before I do that, I just want to take a little bit of the pure I'm just taking straight metallic and putting it on top of the dark metallic just to give it a little bit more of an oomph to make it have some dimension. Isn't it crazy how just like a couple little bitty things can make a big difference? Isn't that cool? Okay. All right. Let me hit it with the blow dryer so I can add some glitter. All right. Ooh, that's a great idea, Leslie. Leslie, I'm going to try your idea while I'm blow drying. Great idea on the mask. So for those of y'all that were watching me blow dry, I was over here also creating a mask per, I think it was Karen's suggestion. So thank you. Okay, so I'm going to add this. And then I'm going to add some fun feathers real quick. And then we're going to get to glitter. We're almost there. Thank y'all so much for watching with me. This is so cool. Okay, so I'm going to add some feathers. Let me start with some gold. Okay, and then we have this coming over. And then I'll do this. These are just big old, almost like paisleys. These are fun to paint too. Just kind of out and back in. And then we'll add some definition. Okay. Now we need to dry this. I can add a little stick to it. And then outline it just a bit so people can see it. Make sure y'all can see where I'm painting. Oh, Leslie. Thank you, Leslie. Oh, Patty, that would be so cute. How about adding a little baby in hidden location? I would, but I would not do it justice. I feel like I would mess that up so bad. Yeah, there's so many fun things you can add, you know, like a king cake. Just so many. You could just go crazy in adding so much fun stuff. You could add like is it the gesture? Am I saying that right? Please forgive me if I'm not. Could add an alligator somewhere. It could get crazy, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna Take some of the green and dot up the mask. And then take a little bit of the yellow. And add into the gold. And then, what's a little mask thing without some streamers? We need to make sure we stick to our colors. So I want to go back to the green as well. And then finish off with a little purple. Oh, thanks, Kelly. Yeah, do y'all like the mask edition that Leslie, I think it was Leslie that recommended? I have something really cool too designed on that paper I'm going to try maybe later this week. That's a little bit easier. This is a hard one to stop because once you get started, there's so it'll be like a 2-hour Facebook Live. Okay, so we have the mask over there, the Mardi Gras. Now I want to add some glitter. I feel like you can't go wrong with adding more glitter, more gold, more beads, all of that. But I know for time's sake, I'm just going to kind of go in here and add some glitter. So let me find, this is the easiest one and the most fun to use that makes, well, obviously these are more fun to use, but I want to be careful of my entire art studio today. And then those of y'all that are just now tuning in, go ahead and type gift if you want an entire, basically step-by-step of what I use for pricing. Sorry, my dog is going crazy. Somebody's here. Pricing, it tells you what I charge for paint parties, for art kits, for custom orders, and then also a video comes with that as well. So if you have not received that yet, type gift, and then we're going to put it in the description here in a little bit, as well as we will reply back to you if you type gifts. So just give me and my team a little bit of time and we'll get that to you. Okay, so because this is Mardi Gras, I'm going a little crazy with the glitter. So as you can see, make sure you put it on places that are dry. And then I'm just going to have some fun because it's Mardi Gras. So why not have a lot of glitter, right? Have any of y'all ever seen the Mardi Gras parade? My friend wants to take me to the warehouse where all the floats are stored. And on the last Amazing Race I watched, they showed that. It looks so cool. Okay, so then we have just this, and then we're just going to keep adding all of this glitter into here. So you could technically, guys, if this was all the way dry, you could technically take this and basically glitter the entire thing. So if you were like, okay, I just want to have glitter over all of it because it's Mardi Gras, you could just take it once it's dry and go over the whole thing. So this is going to dry a little bit, and then it's going to just have this shimmer to it. But I wanted to show y'all how you could paint it on. Just make sure your paint is dry, okay? Just make sure your paint is dry. I'm actually going to just go into some of this because this is too fun. I want to make sure my whole tree is glittered. And then you could take this too, and if your beads are dry, you could take some of this excess and just kind of dab right on top of them. Because this will all dry and then all this will shimmer. And who doesn't want any shimmer, right? Who's my glitter fans here? If you haven't painted a Mardi Gras with glitter, I think you're doing something wrong. This is Crystal, Craft Twinkles Crystal. You can get it at Michael's, Amazon, pretty much wherever. You can use like the Walmart kind, but I honestly, I switched to this a few years back and now I can't go back because I love it so much more. Something about the Walmart kind is cheaper, but it doesn't have as much glitter, if that makes sense, to the amount. Like it has glitter, but there's like more, I don't know. It doesn't have as many of the shimmery beads to it. Joan loves some glitter. Oh, the Mardi Gras. Tammy, if you go into Paint Party headquarters and you go under albums or media, there's going to be an entire album of Mardi Gras. And it should be, if it's not in there, we'll have it in there by the 10th of the month. So I think this is a new one coming for y'all. Okay, so let me see. We got glitter there. I don't think I'm going to add glitter here because I like the way that looks. But I think besides a little bit of glitter on the mask, I think I am finished. So the only other thing to do is to sign it and then see what y'all think. See if you like this. So let me know if you like this painting. Let me know if you want to see more Mardi Gras paintings. I have another drawing idea that I have. Actually, I'm going to go over that because I want Paint Party headquarters to be able to use this. Hold on. Let me just dab over that real quick. Okay, now I can take pictures of it for y'all in Paint Party headquarters. Okay, so remember guys, as you are, if you're interested in using this to make money with it, remember you have to be a member of Paint Party headquarters. So those of you in Paint Party headquarters, if you do love it, remember you'll be able to use this exact design to make money. And we have this already in there for you. If not, it'll be in there by the 10th. But let me know what you think. So this was a creation I came up with last night on paper. And again, my new journal, if you have not gotten a journal for 2021, I highly recommend just having a journal just for your design. So this one, as hard as it is for me to not write business stuff, it will only be used. Of course, I'll have some chicken scratch in here of different things, but it's only going to be used for drawing. This is a drawing Pixie did. And then I'm leaving that page for Bobby. And then I started doing some ideas of what I want to draw. And then, of course, drawings in here. So this drawing came out of that scrap, that thing. So anyway, I hope you like it. And just a reminder for those of y'all that are new to me, if you want to learn about pricing. Oh no, my little thing messed up. Hold on, let me fix it. Hold on. Okay, I got to get it right. The thing, sometimes it's easier to show you. Make sure you type gift if you want to have a gift. Make sure you type gift, and then I'm going to be giving you the full handout on pricing, paint parties, art kits, and custom orders. A lot of you are doing custom orders now. And then also you're going to get a video of me showing you how to price all of that great stuff. Okay, guys, let me know if you like this one. And if you want to see another Mardi Gras idea that I have, if you do, let me know in the comments. And thank y'all so much for being here. And thank y'all, those of y'all that are sharing as well. All right, I'll see y'all soon.